No, but the way she described, is that? Oh, that's on my phone. Okay. No, the way she described that video, um, stinking big dinky. The way she described that video was that time I was in the hospital when I collapsed and I had to get rushed when we first moved up here, and I collapsed and I was rushed to the emergency room, and then they said they had to keep me, and you and Mark was there. Weird stuff was happening around him. Remember, all the time, and couldn't nobody find my bro. Like, I went in the hospital with it. I had it, and like the day before that, couldn't nobody find my bro. And I still say he took that shit because weird stuff was happening around him, and you just like, why when he was here doing that perp and shit, and then he cursed you out for going through my stuff while I was asleep, and then he cursed you out, called you all kinds of names. You talked about that in the other video.
Yeah, because he was going through your stuff and you cursing me out for what? I was standing here watching you. Because I'm old. I'm senile now.
And it's just like that time when Mark kept telling me, all right, like this purple sack I have. The main reason why I still have it is because it's seem like it's waterproof. But I had one of them orange bags where I kept all my medicine in before that. And he kept telling me to get another book sack, get another book sack. And I'm like, for what? I'm fine with the one I have. And before I started vaping. And I'm like, I don't need another book sack. He just kept telling me to buy another book sack. And on the day I got that book sack, we come home and I discovered. And he got mad and was putting everything on China. But was saying all this weird stuff was happening. Like all my cigarettes would disappear. But he was saying that it was China doing all this crazy stuff. But that particular day, I had fish peel. I was, trying to take herbal supplements and stuff. I was on my herbal kick. Well, I was taking like 369 fish oil. I was trying to figure out why my book sack smelled like fish oil, but I didn't have just my pills, my medicine in there. I had, it was like a purse to me. I had my other things in there, and all that shit was like little papers I had in there. Everything was full of fish grease now and or fish oil and all kind of stuff. I was pissed, but you better not tell them nothing. You better not confront them because then they gonna get mad. And I'm like, so when that person asked me, am I like my twin sister? Well, I'm thinking people are perps too. Well, after seeing the video I just saw now, it's starting to kind of make sense. Especially in my family because, like I said, my little brother said like he hit me up after me not talking to him since my mother's funeral, just hit me up out the blue and tells me that he sends my other brother to come stay with me. And all them talking about, like, with that nigga there acting like he want, like I owe him an apology for anything. No, you're not gonna get no apology from me because I didn't do anything to you. He just like, oh, we too grown for that. We need to, work out our differences and stuff. And that wasn't even the intentions. They had me thinking that that was the intentions. And his hair, I need to take a shower because I still ain't. Usually when I get a haircut, I take a shower, wash all the hair off. That wasn't even the intentions. And then when my brother was here, I kept asking him, "Why are you here?" He talking about he couldn't even answer the question. Like he kept saying like, "I don't even want to be here." And I'm like, okay, so that gives me an indication that somebody sent you here. If you here and you don't want to be here, because I'm not holding you here. You came here because you told me that my brother Mark threatened to shoot you with a gun. They said he was gonna get a gun, and at that time it was coming up time for to get stimulus checks, the third stimulus check. So I came, like, cause he was already visiting, and I didn't have any money to send him home, so I had no choice but to fucking refinance my car to get the money, which was $3,900. I know, but that was what they told me I qualified for. But I had, because he was saying that I had to keep it a secret that he was here. So I had to send him an Uber back home to over there so that our brother wouldn't think that he was on no funny shit. And then around that time was when he was like, fuck going over there. He's staying over here for a while. And that was what I thought it was. But he like, I don't even want to be here. I'm like, well, why are you here? I call myself trying to look out for you or protect you. You don't want to be here. You wasn't saying that when I was fucking shelling out money for Uber rides for you to get back and forth here. Oh, look, it's trying to point at me like that. It is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Uber rides was Mr. Entitled. Why he talking about he don't? When he talking about some he never did come in the middle of the night or leave the house in the middle of the night. Yes, you did, bro. That he did after the money ran out. Started catching the bus on his own and stuff. But he contributed, so it made it look like. I mean, it was like he after a while that he was having to contribute because all the money went out. All the money was gone. It's like, how the hell that all that money get blown out that fucking quick? But he steady fussing and trying to talk about, I'm not gonna teach you that you teach me how to be broke. But when I talked to him that night about asking for advice on how to save money or how do you, um, what's your little method or trick that you use or blah 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 blah, he couldn't tell me, like it was some sort of secret. Okay, well, don't bitch about us being broke or whatever every fucking day buying loaves and loaves of bread. In which I think he might have been sneaking some of that bread over to our brother, in which, oh, I'll be damned. Like cartons of juice that I'm buying, Minute Maid juice, just fucking gone in like 2 or 3 days. But he's fussing about how much the bread costs. But he eating it like a dog. Like, boy, didn't you just eat 2 or 3 sandwiches? Now you just come back like a pregnant woman. I'm like, yeah, man. My other brother sat there and was putting like fish oil in my book sack and other weird vibes I was getting when I was staying by my brother. And everything was blaming it on China. So China was used to a benefit at that advantage. But in other instances, I knew something was weird when I first touched down to move out here. and he was telling me I needed to get rid of her. He got a bad vibe about her. All my family harassing her about where's her family at, why she don't have no family, and then them telling me never trust nobody that ain't got no family and all like that crazy stuff. But I'm like, okay, how many homeless people do you know that legit have no family, especially in her age range that um either lost all their siblings or their only child and their parents died or whatever crazy stuff. I mean, of course, it makes me sad that I never got to meet anybody that looks like China. It does make me sad, but I know China. Shit. Um, but I do wonder sometimes, but it's not to the point where it eats me alive. But they always tell me to tell her to stay out the family business. But then they all up in her Kool-Aid at that point, ain't it? To the point where my brother said he did a background check on her. Like, just creepy stuff. It was more to it that was going on in my brother's house. Just when we was staying with him, I was looking at China like, see, this is why I don't like staying with people for a long time. I was busting my ass. I was like, I gotta get the fuck up out of here, man. And I did. I fought tooth and nail, and I worked my ass off going to look for apartments every day, every goddamn day, damn near.
Mm-hmm.
I did not slack,
No, you didn't.
and we got the fuck up out of there and got our own place
That's it.
because it was too much confusion, and I felt like something was gonna go down, something was gonna happen, and sure enough, it did. But it happened after I got out of his apartment, and that's when there's the incident where blood is just running down my face, and the whole family mad at me because he went to jail. Um, at first, I didn't believe he went to jail until I actually got cussed out because I had got a call from the police, and they was like, "Do you want us to throw this case out because it's so old anyway? We don't really feel like wanting to be bothered with it or anything anyway because the case so old." I'm like, okay, well, fuck it then. And then I found out afterwards that they went and looked for him, picked him up anyway. So I forgot who it was that they said went and bailed him out of jail. But I forgot who it was, but I was like, oh, really? But it wasn't, when they talking about some staying out the family business, it was my brother's wife gonna come check me about the shit. Her big bulldog looking ass. And I'm like, uh, do you know what happened? She like, I don't care what happened. You was wrong. Both of y'all was wrong, and you shouldn't have put him in. But the whole conversation was redirecting that I was wrong about everything. But she keeps saying, but I said both of y'all was wrong. But the whole conversation was redirecting that everything was I was wrong, or that shouldn't have had him put in jail. Like, first of all, I had a mental meltdown, a mental breakdown. Second of all, I wanted to see if I was injured or hurt, because I kept saying I couldn't breathe. I couldn't breathe. And he still did not stop hitting me. He still would not get off of me. He was sitting on me and I could not breathe. But it was a slap on the wrist charge that they chose to give him anyway because they didn't really feel like doing paperwork. But really, it should have been an attempted murder charge because, like I said, I kept saying I can't breathe. And he still kept hitting me and hitting me and hitting me and hitting me, trying to try to stop him. And then he twists his fist up at her. And all of a sudden, all the people that was on my side turned around and twisted, and all of a sudden was no longer on my side. Well, you wrong for doing your brother like that. Why you do your brother like that? Um, he's a grown man, like 5'10", 5'11". Put his hands on me. I walk with a walker. I was sick with a sinus infection at the time. But go off. He said, get out of his house. I said, you ain't got to tell me twice. I'm out this bitch. I'm trying to grab my stuff to leave his house, and he grabs me.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm wrong. But go off. All because I did the one thing you do not do. You do not tell a narcissist to their face that they are narcissists. I didn't know that at the time. Didn't know that. So, mm, yes, there was one person that I talked to not too long ago about how physically abusive my baby brother was to his younger son and to his ex girlfriends. And it's not China, but I'm not saying who it is that I talked to, and they said they remember themselves. But nope, I'm wrong for because he almost went to jail about that. But in that text message he sent me, he didn't deny it. He just said he ain't killed my baby. That baby is no longer here. So I mean, if it's not gang stalking, then it's some type of extreme jealousy. You know what I'm saying? Something is wrong. Something seriously wrong. I tell you that. Something just like not normal. How the one me just gonna terrorize all these people? And why they keep coming in my life? Why they keep coming after me? Why they won't leave me alone? And that boy gonna sit there and talk about some. Oh, you can't keep mentioning his name. All he gotta do is pretend like he's not who he is. Or people where he live, where his favorite town is, find out he don't even go by that name, so they won't know. All she gotta do is show your picture, and they gonna know that that's who you is, and they gonna two questions gotta be asked: how she got your picture, and how come y'all look alike? And also, another thing China didn't leave out is how a grown ass man sit there like China was talking about. No, I think I was in that other video about how that boy sitting there eating food and sitting there saying the dog like to lick food off his face. I don't know how to insert video. Well, yeah, I kind of do, but I don't feel like doing all that work. But I can insert a video right now, a picture of that dude got food all over his face, and he just leaves food on his face. I constantly have to get a fucking net. I'd be like, here, do me a favor, hand me a paper towel, and I have to sit there and just wipe his goddamn mouth. Like you 40 years old and just leave food just on your beard and everything, and I constantly have to tell you if that dog gets sick because you keep letting that dog eat food off your face. Because I told you that dog cannot have human food or she will get sick. But you call yourself coming here with an agenda to try to build up a case against China with my dog. And now that you pissed with me, now you want to build up a case with both of us with the dog. Like, which one is it? Like, you have a fucking agenda. But I'm the one keep telling you that dog can't eat human people food. But you keep leaving food on your face for the dog to lick off your face. Because you're not afraid people, right? And one thing you and your mama got in common is that both of y'all are some damn good manipulators, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna keep driving that home. And like somebody told me last night, when it comes to you, don't ever let it slip my mind.